Hello everyone. Welcome to this session on computation of CO, PO and PSO attainment. So before we move forward with our session, let's have a quick look at the agenda. I will be first of all starting with Bloom's taxonomy, followed by computation of CO, PO and PSO attainment. Let us see Bloom's taxonomy. In 1956, Benjamin Bloom et al. Levels of intellectual behavior important learning are described four levels. The four levels which are represented in the diagram, the number one remembering, second level understanding, third one applying, fourth one analyzing, fifth one evaluating, sixth one creating. All these six levels which are shown in the hierarchy, the complexity of all these levels will be increased, the difficulty from bottom to top. If you can see the remembering having least difficulty, that is the basic level. Then coming to understanding, having some higher difficulty than remembering. Then coming to applying, having higher difficulty than the analyzing, evaluating, creating, then lower than understanding, remembering. Like that, whenever we are moving to the top, creating, it has higher difficulty. Then coming to level wise, the related phrases. See, whatever the phrases described under each and every level, these are all used to define course outcomes, program outcomes. Whenever you are setting a question paper for our end exam, internal exams, for assignments, every question that should be prefixed with the related levels of Bloom's taxonomy. Coming to level 1, which is called as knowledge or remember. In this level, can the student recall or remember the information? Some of the phrases related to level 1 are arrange, choose, define, describe, find, how, label, list, match, etc. Coming to level 2, which is called as comprehension or understand. Can the student explain ideas or concepts? Some of the phrases are classify, compare, convert, explain, express, and so on. Then coming to level 3, which is called as application or apply. In this, can the student use information in a new way? The phrases are construct, develop, discover, identify, and so on. Coming to level 4, analysis or analyze. In this, can the student distinguish between the different parts? The phrases are categorize, classify, compare, distinguish, and so on. Then coming to level 5, evaluation or evaluate. In this, can the student justify a stand or decision? Some of the phrases are assess, choose, compare, determine, evaluate, and so on. Then coming to last level, sixth level, which is called as synthesis or create. In this, can the student create new product or point of view? The phrases are choose, compile, compose, construct, and so on. Then coming to program outcomes. As per NBA or NAC accreditation from the Washington Accord, our Indian accreditation bodies defined some graduate attributes common to all UG programs. And PG programs, some attributes are there, and management, some other attributes are there. Here, I am going to explain about for all UG engineering programs, graduate attributes. There are 12 graduate attributes which is called as program outcome. So total 12 program outcomes are there. Coming to program outcome 1, engineering knowledge. In this, apply the knowledge of mathematics, science, engineering, fundamentals, and an engineering specialization to the solution of complex engineering problems. PO2, problem analysis. In this, identify, formulate, review, research literature, and analyze complex engineering problems, reaching substantiated conclusions using first principles of mathematics, natural sciences, and engineering sciences. PO3, design or development of solutions. Design solutions for complex engineering problems and design system components or processes that meet the specified needs with appropriate consideration for the public health and safety and the cultural, societal, and environmental considerations. Program outcome 4, conduct investigations of complex problems. Use research based knowledge and research methods, including design of experiments, analysis and interpretation of data, and synthesis of information to provide valid conclusions. Next, PO5, modern tool usage. Create, select, and apply appropriate techniques, resources, and modern engineering and IT tools, including prediction and modeling to complex engineering activities with an understanding of the limitations. PO6, the engineer and society. Apply reasoning informed by the contextual knowledge to assess societal, health, safety, legal, and cultural issues and the consequent responsibilities relevant to the professional engineering practice. Coming to PO7, environment and sustainability. Understand the impact of the professional engineering solutions in societal and environmental context and demonstrate the knowledge of and need for substantiable development. PO8, ethics. Apply ethical principles and commit to professional ethics and responsibilities and norms for the engineering practice. PO9, individual and teamwork. Function effectively as an individual and as a member or leader in diverse teams and in multidisciplinary settings. PO10, communication. Communicate effectively on complex engineering activities with the engineering community and society at large, such as being able to comprehend and write effective reports and design documentation, make effective presentations and give and receive clear instructions. PO11, project management and finance. Demonstrate knowledge and understanding of the engineering and management principles and apply these to one's own work as a member and a leader in a team to manage projects and in multidisciplinary environments. Coming to last one, PO12, lifelong learning. Recognize the need for and have the preparation and ability to engage in independent and lifelong learning in the broader context of technological change. Then coming to program outcomes common to all PG engineering programs. As for accreditation bodies, some sample POs are listed here for MTech programs. PO1, an ability to independently carry out research or investigation and development work to solve practical problems. PO2, an ability to write and present a substantial technical report or document. PO3, students should be able to demonstrate a degree of mastery over the areas as per the specialization of the program. the mastery should be at a level higher than the requirements in the appropriate bachelor program. Every PG program in engineering may add up to 3 additional POs. Program specific outcomes for PG programs not required. Then coming to sample program outcomes for PG program of management MBA. Here 5 POs are given. PO1 apply knowledge of management theories and practices to solve business problems. PO2 foster analytical and critical thinking abilities for data-based decision making. PO3 ability to develop value-based leadership ability. PO4 ability to understand, analyze, communicate global, economic, legal, and ethical aspects of business. PO5 ability to lead themselves and others in the achievement of organizational goals, contributing effectively to a team environment. Here, the MBA program may add up to 3 additional POs. PSOs not required here. Then coming to program specific outcomes. So for every UG program, 2 to 3 program specific outcomes to be defined. Here for UG CSE, the sample PSOs are given here. PSO 1 Foundation of Mathematical Concepts. PSO 2 Foundation of Computer System. PSO 3 Foundations of Software Development. Like every UC program, they need to define 2 to 3 program specific outcomes. Then coming to the second agenda is computation of CO, PO and PSO attainment. Here I have considered one sample course as a case study. Then coming to the review of program outcomes and program specific outcomes. So the 12 program outcomes which can be described earlier, PO1 to PO12. Then this subject is related to computer science and engineering. So the CSE department PSOs, PSO 1, 2, 3 are considered here. Then coming to for computation of course outcomes, program outcomes and program specific outcomes of a particular course. First, we need to define the outcomes of that particular course. Here, the course title is Formal Languages and Automated Theory. For this course, the following 6 course outcomes are defined along with the related knowledge level or Bloom's taxonomy level earlier discussed about the Bloom's taxonomy. So the CO1 is understand the concept of abstract machines and their power to recognize the language. Here you can see the CO1 started with the phrase understand. So which is related to the Bloom's level to understand. Then coming to CO2, employ finite state machines for modeling and solving computing problems. So it starts with the phrase employee. It is related to the Bloom's level L3 apply. CO3 design context free grammars for formal languages. It is related to the Bloom's level 6. So it is create. Then CO4 knowledge on converting context free grammars into push down automata to identify the acceptance of a string by the context free language. It is related to the level 1 remember. Then coming to CO5 understand the power of the Turing machine as an abstract automation that describes computation effectively and efficiently. It is related to level 2 understand. The last CO 6 distinguish between decidability and undecidability. It is related to level 4 which is analyze. Then after defining course outcomes of a particular course, then we have to map each and every course outcome of that particular course to the related program outcomes and related program specific outcomes. In this course, 6 course outcomes are there. Each outcome is mapped with some program outcomes and some program specific outcomes. Here, the related or mapped POs and PSOs are listed in this table. CO1 is mapped with program outcomes 1, 2, 3, 10 and 12, and program specific outcomes 1, 2 and 3. Then coming to CO2, it is mapped with the POs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 and 12, and PSOs 1, 2 and 3. Then CO3 is mapped with PO 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 and 12. Then PSOs 1, 2 and 3. CO4 is mapped with the POs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 and 12. PSOs 1, 2 and 3. Then CO5 is mapped with the POs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 and 12. Then PSOs 1, 2 and 3. CO6 is mapped with the POs 1, 2, 10 and 12 and PSOs 1, 2 and 3. So after defining the CO-PO matrix, then you have to define the mapping levels which can be shown in the below table. Then the table consisting of COs and POs followed by the PSOs. Each CO mapped with a particular PO. In the above table, the mapped POs are mentioned. Then in that particular PO, what is the level of mapping? For any course, wherever the attainment comes into the picture, in the COPO matrix, the attainment levels are categorized into 3 types. If any CO is strongly related to a particular PO, that is denoted by the level 3. If any CO that is mapped with a PO with moderately, then that is denoted by level 2. Then any CO that is just slightly related to a PO, that is denoted by level 1. If any CO that is not mapping with any POs or PSOs, it is simply denoted by hyphen. Then coming to the COPO matrix, here 6 COs, 12 POs. As for the above mapping, let us see CO1. In the above table, CO1 is mapped with 1, 2, 3, 10 and 12 POs. Now you can see the corresponding values in the row CO1. First under PO1, then PO2, then PO3, then PO10, then PO12. Remaining unmapped POs all are kept as hyphen, means not related. Then whatever the POs mapped, then what is the level of mapping? So here CO1, PO1. So it is moderately related. So that's why the level is 2. PO2 also moderately related. So its level is 2. PO3 is slightly related. So its level is 1. Similarly, then you can see in CO2 on PO1, the level is 3, means it is strongly or highly related to PO1. While coming to the justification of this CO-PO mapping, one sample we have taken, CO5, highly correlated to PO2, as it needs the mathematical analysis for Turing machine. Like that we have to justify. After completion of this mapping table, then we have to calculate PO wise average of all the COs. Now you can see PO1 wherever it is mapped under COs, take all that respective CO values average. So here PO1 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2 divided by total 6 CO 6. So you will get 2.67. Like PO2, PO3, PO4, PO5. Now you can see PO6, no CO is mapped with PO6, PO7 also, 8 also, 9 also. So here all are hyphens. Then PO10 also the average, PO11 no CO is mapping with PO11, then PO12. So like that. So this average value we will use for the computation of COPO and PSO attainment in the latter stage. Similarly, CO and PSO matrix. Same 6 COs, 3 PSOs we have considered. Then the mapping levels are given. CO under PSO1, it is mapping with level 2, which is moderate or medium. Then PSO2 also level 2, PSO3 also level 2, and so on. Then here also similar fashion, you can calculate the average of each PSO. So earlier what I explained, the mapping levels in the bottom clearly given. One is slight or low, two is moderate or medium, three is high or substantial, hyphen is none. These are all COPO and PSO matrices for the course formal languages and automata theory. Then coming to the computation part of COPO and PSO attainment. Here, program level, we have to map our course with all POs and PSOs. In the earlier table, so this is the course code of that formal language and automata theory. Here you can see COPO matrix average values. Here you can see overall all COs average we are considering. The course with program level POs. So here 2.67 is the average. If you can make rounding, then it will be 3. So like that, the course automata theory mapping with PO1 with level 3, PO2 level 3, PO3 2, 4 2, 5 1, and so on. These are all rounded values. So program level we will take rounded values. Then what is the actual mapping value in the COPO matrix? Whatever the average we obtain, so that is actual average value. This value we will call it as weighted average. So that value included as it is here from the previous COPO and COPSO matrices. For computation of PO PSO attainment, these weighted averages will be used for the calculations. Then coming to the course outcomes attainment. In this, first we need to identify the assessment methods and related tools. Here, any assessment of a particular course for CO or PO, we have two methods. One is direct attainment or direct assessment. Second method, indirect attainment or indirect assessment. Coming to direct attainment, what are the tools used? In the direct attainment, there are three tools. The first one is internal examination, mid 1. Second tool, internal examination, mid 2. Third tool, end semester examination, external. As per UG J into H regulations, for every UG course, we have two mid examinations, each with 25 marks weightage, and end examination with 75 marks weightage. So again that internal exam is divided into the following three categories. Each internal exam consisting of objective test of 10 marks weightage, assignment with the 5 marks weightage, and a descriptive test based on the question wise CO mapping with 10 marks weightage. Then end exam as per the university format. Then coming to indirect attainment, here this indirect attainment depends on the feedback of that course which can be taken during end of the semester. That feedback is called as course end semester feedback. So by using these direct attainment and indirect attainment tools, how to calculate the CO attainment and what is the weightage? As per the NBA guidelines, the computation of direct attainment of CO of that particular course is calculated by using the following formula. 20% of the internal examination attainment plus 80% of the end exam attainment. So here internal examination, whenever we have to compute the attainment, we will get a particular value. In that 20 percentage weightage will be considered, and in the end exam, whatever the attainment value obtained, in that 80 percentage of weightage will be considered. This is for direct attainment of SCO. Then coming to overall attainment of CO of that particular course. In this case, the weightage is for direct CO attainment 90 percentage weightage will be given, and for indirect attainment 10 percentage of weightage will be given. So for direct attainment 20 percentage internal, 80 percentage end exam. For overall attainment 90 percentage of direct attainment, then 10 percentage of indirect attainment, which is the feedback. Based on these formulas, the values are calculated. Then coming to the CO attainment target levels. For every course, based on the breadth of the course, by seeing the students' average marks in the internal as well as external for last 2 to 3 years, you have to define the target levels. Then coming to our first assessment method, internal evaluation. We have three components: objective test, assignment, and descriptive test. Here we have combined objective test and assignment because objective test consisting of all multiple choice and fill in the blanks questions. Here we can't define the learning levels, and assignment, it depends on the faculty. So by combining these two, the total weightage is 10 plus 5, 15. So out of 15 marks, the threshold value is defined as for objective 10 plus assignment 5. Threshold value is by considering 60% of their total. So out of 15, 60 percentage. So 10 plus 5, 15 into 60 percentage. So we will get 9. So greater than 9 marks. So by keeping this threshold value, how many students secured greater than 9 marks? Based on that, the levels are defined. Coming to level 1, first we have taken minimum is 60 percentage. So 60 to 79 percentage of students in a particular class scored more than 9 marks in together objective plus assignment. You can make it as level 1. So the total number of students, so 60 to 79 percentage got more than 9, then level 1. Suppose if the students percentage is 80 to 89 percentage of students scored more than 9 in both tests, then you can make it as level 2. Then 90 percentage and above students scored more than 9 marks in both tests, then you can make it as level 3. This is the higher one. So these three levels will be defined based on this threshold value. Then coming to descriptive test. As per the university regulations, descriptive test consisting of four theory questions are given. Student has to answer any two questions. Each question carries 5 marks weightage. So we have to take the best two questions weightage with the total of 10 marks. By considering these total marks, the threshold value again 60% is considered for respective question wise marks. Suppose a particular question one student attempted and secured some marks. If that marks satisfying our threshold value or not. So based on that the threshold value. So 60% of weightage into 5 marks for each question. So minimum 3 marks. So whoever secured greater than 3 in a particular question. Based on that, the levels are defined. Level 1. First, 60 to 79% of students scored more than 3 marks for a particular question out of maximum 5 marks. Make it as level 1. Then 80 to 89% of students scored more than 3 marks. Make it as level 2. Then greater than or equal to 90% of students scored more than 3. Then make it as level 3. And also before defining these levels, each question paper that is mapped with a particular CO of a course. So every question we have to map with related COs. Then coming to end semester examination target levels. So end semester we don't know the question wise marks. Why? Because university will be evaluated. Only we will know the total external marks. So based on the percentage of pass in the external examination, the target levels are defined. So by considering total 50% of students scoring the pass mark, the pass mark is 26. So we will consider greater than or equal to 26 or greater than 26 out of 75 in the end exam. That depends on the subject difficulty. For easy subject, you may consider greater than 26 and equal also you have to consider. For difficulty subject, you can take equal. For easy subject, take greater than. 50% of students scored 26 and above in a particular course, then make it as a level 1. 60% of students scored 26 and above, then make it as a level 2. 70% of students scored more than 26, then level 3. For easy subject, these level percentage may be varied. By keeping the moderate subject average, these levels are assumed. Then coming to the computation of direct attainment of CO. This is the table which shows for all COs with the assessment tools defined earlier how to calculate the direct attainment of a CO by considering internal examinations, external examinations are given in this table. So first total 6 COs we have. First what we have to do, all the 6 COs we have to map with the two mid exams. Which CO related to mid 1, which CO related to mid 2, like that. As per the university regulations, every course consisting of 5 units. For first mid exam, the syllabus is first 2.5 units. Then the second mid exam, the latter 2.5 units syllabus. So for every course, probably 4 to 6 course outcomes are there. The course outcomes related to particular units or chapters. A particular CO which can be related to first 2.5 units, that is mapped with mid one. If any CO that can be related to the last 2.5 units syllabus, that can be mapped with mid 2 exam. So like that, the COs we have to map with mid 1 or mid 2. So in this course, the CO1 mapped with mid 1 exam, CO2 also mapped with mid 1 exam, CO3 also mapped with mid 1 exam. That means first three COs related to mid 1 exam means which are related to first 2.5 units syllabus. Then next is CO, that is CO4 mapped with mid 2, CO5 mapped with mid 2, CO6 also mapped with mid 2. So the latter last three COs mapped with mid 2 means these COs are related to the last 2.5 units of the syllabus. Then every mid in the earlier table we defined midwise we have objective plus assignment, then descriptive. So wherever mid one, same combination we have to take. And wherever mid two, objective test 2 plus assignment 2 together. Then descriptive test 2. So like that. By defining these tools, then coming to calculation of the internal examination. So first individual component you can calculate the attainment level for individual patterns. Finally, you can take the average of the attainment level. Then coming to CO1, which is mapped with mid 1, in objective 1 plus assignment 1, the attainment level is 1. How to get this attainment level in the annexure, we will see. Then descriptive test, we got this attainment level 2.25. So then for overall CO1, two components under mid 1 with different levels. Then overall direct attainment of CO1 in internal examination by taking the average of these two components 1 plus 2.25 by 2, you will get 1.625. Then external examination by taking the average pass percentage, the attainment level will be calculated based on the end exam results. Here we got the level as 3. How we will get 3, that we will see in the external computation. So for CO1, direct attainment internal we have 1.625, then end exam 3. Then coming to the formula for computation of direct CO attainment, earlier what we have defined, 20% of weightage from internal examination and 80% of weightage from external examination. So that is zero point 0.2 into internal attainment level plus 0.8 into external examination attainment level. Our internal examination attainment level is 1.625. Our end exam attainment level is 3. So 20% of 1.625, then 80% of 3. Then you will get finally 2.73. So like every CO, we have to calculate the direct CO attainment based on the internal examination and external examination. Then coming to the overall CO direct attainment values which can be obtained in this table can be shown graphically. CO1 the value is 2.73, CO1 2.73, CO2 2.75, CO2 2.75 and so on, CO6 2.65, 2.65. These are all direct attainments of the course. Then coming to indirect attainment. So how to compute indirect attainment? So here earlier we already mentioned indirect attainment, that is based on the end semester feedback of that particular course. So from the feedback taken by each and every student in that particular class, using the following formula, we can compute the indirect attainment. The formula is attainment of CO in a course, whatever the course we have considered. So in the feedback questionnaire, CO wise levels are given as options. A particular CO, a particular student may answer with any of the three levels, either level 1 or level 2 or level 3, based on their understanding. By using those levels, the formula is level 1 into number of students attempted plus level 2 into number of students attempted plus level 3 into number of students attempted whole divided by total number of students participated in that feedback. Then for the course, the following table gives in this course total the number of students participated and answered the levels corresponding to 1 to 3 are described in the following table. CO1, the total number of students answered with level 1. 2 students answered with level 1. Then same CO1, 12 students answered with level 2. Same CO1, 19 students answered with level 3. Total number of students participated in this class for the feedback 33. Then using the above formula, for every CO we have to use this formula. For example, here CO1 you can consider. So level 1 into number of students attempted, level 1 into 2. So 1 into 2 plus level 2, how many? 12 attempted. 2 into 12 plus level 3 into number of students attempted, 3 into 19 whole divided by total number of students 33. Then after simplification of this formula, you will get the value as 2.52. Similarly for CO2 also apply the above formula, CO3, 4, 5, 6. Finally every individual CO you will get indirect attainment values. So which are graphically represented in the following figure. Then coming to, now we got direct attainment values, indirect attainment values, which are shown in the previous slides. Then how to calculate the overall CO attainment. Earlier we already defined the formula for calculation of overall CO attainment level, that is 90 percentage from the direct attainment value plus 10 percentage from indirect attainment value. Now in this table, first you can list all the CO's direct attainment values and indirect attainment values. Now you can see CO1, this is the direct attainment value, then CO1 indirect attainment value. You can substitute these values in this formula, that is 0.9 into 2.73 plus 0.1 into 2.52, then you will get 2.7. Like CO2, CO3, CO4, CO5, CO6. So for every CO, overall attainment values are obtained. Now for individual COs, we have the attainment values. While talking with respect to the complete course, what is the overall CO attainment of that particular course? Then we have to take the average of all these 6 COs overall attainment value. Then we will get 2.72. So this is the overall CO attainment of our entire course. So that is average CO attainment. Now for every CO, by keeping our benchmarking level as the highest level, that is 3, then whatever the level we obtain, wherever the level is very low, some corrective measures has to be defined. By seeing the overall CO attainment values, here CO wise, some corrective actions to be taken place are listed below. Here CO1 our value is 2.71, but our benchmarking target is 3. So 100% attainment not attained here. So by keeping that benchmarking, what are the action plans we have to propose to improve the attainment level for the same course for the next coming batches? So here for that course, based on the CO, bridge classes for that particular chapter, assignments for some critical topic, solution of university questions for that particular unit to be taken place. Similarly, CO2, CO3, and particular CO6. So wherever we got a less attainment value, some important COs, corrective measures to be defined. Similarly, so that is the computation of course outcomes attainment. Then coming to attainment of program outcomes and program specific outcomes. So to compute PO and PSO attainment, compulsory we need the CO attainment value. With that CO attainment value only, we will compute PO and PSO attainment. Then here also various assessment tools are used for computation of PO and PSO. Various tools are here we will take mid examinations, assignments for every theory course, mid exam assignments are related. If the course is laboratory practical course, we will take lab exam also. Then end exam for theory course we have external examination. For laboratory also we have external examination. Then seminar for fourth year UG student they have a seminar presentation. Then mini project they have, major project they have. So all these components will be taken place related to a particular. Then indirect assessment, here end survey we will consider for every theory course. Then exit survey and alumni survey for every pass out batch, graduated batches at the end of fourth year, second semester. These feedbacks will be collected. So here our course is theory course. So we will consider mid exam, assignments, end exam, and course end survey. Here also the evaluation of attainment of PO and PSO. We will consider same as our CO direct attainment. 80% of direct assessment, 20% of indirect assessment. But here this is a separate single course. For that we can't consider indirect assessment. For all course together in that program, once all courses CO values are attained, then for the overall attainment, we will consider this indirect assessment. Now we will calculate only the direct assessment of an individual course. Then coming to the computation of PO and PSO attainments. The formula for computation of PO attainment or PSO attainment is weighted average value of PO into CO overall attainment average whole divided by the benchmark target level which is 3. See the weighted average value of PO, where you can get this value. This value can be obtained from the CO PO matrix, every PO wise weighted average values are there. Then CO attainment average, the overall attainment of CO of that particular course, average we have taken. That value is common for all the PO's computation. Now you can represent the table program level mapping with POs with program level mapping and weighted average. So this can be rounded at program level. Then weighted average can be taken from CO PO matrix. Then coming to the computation of the attainment levels, using the above formula. So here first, wherever the POs are mapped, only those PO attainment values are obtained here. So PO1 is mapped. The formula is PO1. So weighted average of PO1. So this is the weighted average 2.67 into then the overall CO attainment average. You can go back once. So here you can see this is overall CO attainment average 2.72. So multiply with this value for each and every PO weighted average. Now you can see 2.67 is the PO1 weighted average into the course CO attainment average 2.72 whole divided by 3. So we will get 2.42. Then PO2 2.67 into 2.72 whole divided by 3. Then PO3 here the average is 2. 2 into 2.72 whole divided by 3 equal to 1.81. Then PO5 1 into 2.72 whole divided by so and so on. Now the results are depicted in the table results of PO attainment. So these are all weighted averages first we have considered, then the obtained PO values. Again the weighted value is our target. Then what is the actual value obtained? Whatever the gap obtained here, based on that gap, again we have to define PO wise action plan of that particular course. That we will call it as PO corrective measures. So here PO1 you can see 2.61 is our target, we got 2.42. PO2 also same. PO3 out of 2 we got 1.81. PO4 1.75, 1.59. Here 1 0.91. So based on these gaps, we have to define the corrective measures. PO1 2.42, but our target is 2.67. So here the action plan related to program outcome 1 engineering knowledge. We have to encourage students to enroll for the NPTEL online certification courses and to appear for the certification exam. Then PO3 design based experiments using some open free software. So like every POs, wherever we got less attainment value, we have to provide corrective measures. Similarly, program specific outcomes attainment. Everything same as PO calculation. Here the formula is again PSO equal to weighted average value of PSO into CO attainment average. CO attainment average is common for PSOs also. This weighted average will be taken from the CO PSO matrix. Here you can see the PSO's mapping, program level mapping values, then weighted average taken from the CO PSO matrix. Then coming to the calculation, PSO1, the weighted average is 2.67 into the overall CO average attainment is 2.72 whole divided by 3. We will get this one 2.42. Similarly, PSO2 1.51, PSO3 1.51. Then the results are shown in this table. Again here our benchmark target value, our obtained value. Based on the gaps, again we have to provide corrective measures for program specific outcomes also. So like that we have to compute the program outcomes attainment and the program specific outcomes attainment. Then coming to the annexure 1, here we have computed the direct attainment for descriptive exam for objective plus assignment. Now here we have taken the sample data and shown the calculation of that attainment values. So here I have taken direct attainment descriptive test 1 mid 1 exam. We already mentioned which consisting of 4 questions. Question wise we have to map a particular CO. Here earlier regulations, here we have given set wise question papers. Now currently we are giving only one set. So if it is set wise we have to map each question with a particular related COs. If it is single set, only one time mapping is enough. Here I have taken set wise mapping. Now set 1 question paper, these number of students got set 1 question paper. Then it has 5 questions. Each question carries 5 marks. So question wise related COs are mapped here. Question 1 mapped with CO1, question 2 mapped with CO2, question 3 mapped with CO2, question 4 mapped with CO3. So more than one question may be related to same CO. At that time we can take the average of both questions. Here you can observe question 2 and question 3 mapped with same CO. The final CO2 value, take average of these two questions. Then finally we will take the total best two questions marks for final consideration. Now as per the target levels set in the earlier, here we have to calculate question wise attainment values. Number of students attempted. CO1, 7 students attempted. CO2, 3. Again, question 3, 8 members. Question 4, 8 members. Now, what is our threshold value? At that time, we made 60 percentage of 5 marks. So, greater than 3. So, in this greater than 3, how many students secured? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, 6 students secured greater than 3 marks. Total attempted 7. Then the percentage 6 by 7. So, we got 85.71. As for the target level set, this will comes under which level? So, here it is showing 2. Why it is 2? You can go back to that descriptive target levels. Here you can see descriptive target levels. Here the level we are saying 2. Why it is 2? So we got some 85 percentage. So that lies in 80 to 89 percentage of students scored greater than 3 marks. So that is level 2. So like that, whatever the percentage we got comes under which level. That will be considered here. So similarly for question 2, here we got 100%. So greater than or equal to 90, level 3. Question 3 also 100% we got. So level 3. Question 4 we got 87. Again level 2. Then final CO attainment levels. Here CO1 mapped with only one question. So direct value you can take. But CO2 mapped with two questions. Take average of these two. 3 plus 3 by 2. So we will get 3 itself. Question 3 only one value. So we will get 2. So in set 1, mid 1 exam, descriptive test, these are all the CO values. Similarly, set 2. Set 2 also in the similar fashion you can calculate. Set 2 mapped with some different COs. Wherever common CO with more than one question, take the average. Here 2 plus 2 by 2, so 2. Here only alone, here also alone single. Then similarly, coming to set 3. So set 3 CO2 commonly mapped with two questions. So take average. Then set 4. Set 4 also CO2 mapped with two COs. So take these values. Now all 4 sets we got the attainment values question wise in descriptive test. Then the final calculation you can see in the descriptive set wise CO value. So set 1 in mid exam 1, set 1 CO value 2, here it is 3, here it is 2 for CO3. Set 2 values also, set 3 values also, set 4. Then overall take the 4 sets average CO values. CO1 average 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3 by 4. We will get 2.25. Similarly CO2 2.5. CO3 2.25. Similarly mid exam 2 descriptive test also in the similar fashion. So here we got the set-wise values. Then overall, here you can see the first CO 1, 2, 3 mapped with mid 1, last three COs 4, 5, 6 mapped with mid 2, then CO4 average value 2.5, CO5 2.66, CO6 1.5. By using these values in descriptive exam, we can calculate direct attainment of CO. Then coming to second component or second assessment tool in mid exam, we have taken objective test plus assignment test together. Objective test carries 10 marks, assignments carries 5 marks. By combining these two, overall 15 as per our threshold values are defined. Here the marks are given. In mid 1, objective marks out of 10, assignment total. Out of 15 total, based on these marks, the threshold values are defined. Similarly, mid 2, objective 1, assignment, then total. Then end exam marks also given here. Total out of 75. This is R16 regulations grade wise. Here we have taken wherever grade point is 0 with grade F means fail by excluding failure students. Then whoever passed, how many students passed in that course? Total number of students passed by total number of students appeared for the exam. We will get some percentage. Based on that percentage, the external examination attainment level we have to use. Like all the students, now you can see the computation of direct attainment in objective plus assignment and end exam. Here you can see total number of students appeared for this exam in mid 1 49, then who secured greater than our 60 percentage threshold 33 students. So 33 by 49 we will get 67.34 as per the previous target levels. See here 67 we are showing it as 1. You can go back once and see the target levels for objective plus assignment. Here you can see objective plus assignment. So there we got 67. 60 to 79, 10 plus 15 greater than 9 marks. So it is related to level 1. Similarly, mid 2. So here we got 77 percentage again level 1. Then coming to end exam. End exam the average we got 71.42. So what is the level? It is 3. You can go back once and check the end exam target levels. See end exam target levels. So 50% of students scored pass marks. Then it is level 1. 60% of students scored pass mark level 2. 70% of students scored pass marks level 3. There we got more than 70 percentage. Students scored pass marks. So level 3. So the end exam level is 3. This level is common for all the 6 COs. So here it is level 3. Then you can go back and check once the computation of direct attainment of COs in this table. Here you can see from the annexures. So mid 1 objective plus assignment level 1, descriptive, this is the level, like all the levels are listed here. Then average of these values will be the final internal attainment level. And exam level is 3 common for all. Using this formula by substituting these values, we will get the overall CO direct attainment values. So indirect attainment values we already discussed based on the feedback. This is one sample end semester feedback form. Feedback can be collected using Google Forms from each and every student during end of the semester. So the questions will be given like this: subject wise, name of the faculty, COs. Student will answer the levels 1 to 3. If it is not related, they will make it as a 0. So like all COs. Then finally they will fill the details, the date of submission. Like that, we will compute the CO, PO, and PSO attainment of a particular course. This entire computation of the attainment is related to only one particular course. Like every course, we have to calculate the CO values, PO, and PSO values. Thank you. So for any queries, you can post and you can meet at any time for clarifications. Thank you.